Unmute.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Sabrina and Mananasazua's Guam.
Good morning.
Right on. So
I apologize for being a little late. This morning we had a death in my immediate or my family. One of my dad's my dad's brother's wife passed away this morning, so I was delayed.
I was going to say,
our condolences.
your dad's wife.
Yeah.
Condolences.
So it's your week, though. You can show up whenever you want to. So what is in store for this week, and how is I mean, it's like we're in response mode, and things are kind of, it's not over or anything, but things are kind of winding down. Obviously, some restrictions have been eased, so it's definitely a different airport week than you could have had, let's say, in like September during the height of the second surge. So, what is it going to be like celebrating airport week now?
Well, definitely this airport week. This is our 45th anniversary, Bree and Chris.
Fred.
I don't know if you can remember back. I don't know if you're old enough to remember back when we were still at the old airport where the Laddystone ones were still there, and the Pan Am Airways.
JQ, let me tell you how old I am. I actually did the reporting we did a series on the building of the new airport. And I remember I did some stories, and it was like they let me in the construction site, and it was something like Road to the Airport or something. So yeah, I was around.
Awesome. So of course, like what you said, because of the pandemic and the COVID thing that's going around, our airport week, our 45th airport week, is kind of modified, and we have to make sure that we continue to stay safe and keep our folks out there safe. So we are starting. Actually, we have a flight today. Coming in from Taiwan. It's our first Taiwan flight since the pandemic, since they stopped flying to Guam. And so today is a flight that's coming in. And what the goal of today's flight is to we have a lot of folks that have been waiting to go to get medical treatment or medical surgeries or what. So this flight is geared towards taking these folks from Guam to Taiwan to finally get their medical procedures that they've been waiting for. So that's happening today at 3 o'clock. So we're having some, real small recognition ceremony for with the Taipei Economic Office, kind of like the Council General for Taipei. We're having that there, and the governor's going to be up here, and we're going to see off these folks that are going to seek further medical treatment in Taiwan. And then, of course, on the 15th of January, we're going to have the proclamation signing, and that really is when it kicks off Airport Week for that, starting that day all the way to probably the 22nd of January. And in that time frame, at the end, the culmination of that, we're going to recognize, of course, our employees. Although we were in a pandemic most of 2020 and continuing on now, we have outstanding employees that were able to keep our airport open, keep our airport safe, and continuing to change to react and also try and be proactive in the norm now, getting our airports ready for the future. And then so we have that. We also have trivia games that are going to be going on throughout till the 22nd. We're also going to have kind of like, we call it a flyby, but we're going to be treating the public, I guess, for the first 450 people drive by up at the airport, up in our Carabao section where the flags are, where we'll be giving out food, like kind of like food distribution, but food that's already prepared, ready to eat. As people will just go by and we'll hand them their
wait, when is this?
Food, and they'll be able to move on.
When is this?
First 450. Go ahead, sir.
When, JQ? When is this?
The 20th of January.
On the 20th of January, I got lunch, guys.
Yes. So that's like I said, it's usually the airport puts out a big a tenant appreciation and employee appreciation night, but because of, like I said, the pandemic, that's modified, and we're probably just going to do a very small recognition for those employees at the airport, and that those things are the appreciation night for the tenants and the employees will probably be done at a later time.
No softball tournaments,
Man.
none of that stuff.
Not all that.
Remember
We
how
have
big
to-
we used to go back in the day?
Yeah.
Right. We come this far. We don't want to go back. We want to make sure that we continue to stay the course.
Right. So let's move on then to how far you guys have come. I think when we had you on, you were talking about the possibility of launching the mass testing. I mean, not mass testing. Testing for returning Guam residents.
Right. So we're going to today. We have another meeting, but our target date is next Monday, and we're going to try and so we're going to test your critical service workers and your healthcare professionals that are coming in, and so we're going to test that, make sure that we have our processes in order, and once we've done that, we've looked at all the kinks, look at the hiccups, then we're going to do it for all that are arriving on island.
You know, we did, when we did have you on, you mentioned something, and it was towards the tail end of the interview, about I think some sort of new requirement or something about testing before you leave Guam.
Right. So there was a notice, or a kind of like a heads up, and especially with the folks flying into the United States. So the possibility of passengers, if you're going to the United States, that before you get on the aircraft, you're going to be required to make sure that you have your negative COVID tests within 72 hours to present to the airlines before they can board the aircraft. If not, then they will not be allowed to leave to the U.S.
Okay.
That has not been implemented yet, but that is what they're looking at. We are awaiting guidelines from, of course, CDC and possibly FAA.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about your employees? Have they been vaccinated yet? Anybody from the airport?
So yes, we did have, I would say, about 47 of our employees vaccinated. And those are frontliners. We are still awaiting. For our tier one folks to get vaccinated. We are in line with everyone else. So as soon as public health gives us the green light, and I see Bill Cando out there, we did make a request to GMH for, instead of us going up to Okadu, to go to GMH for the frontliners to get vaccinated, similar to GPD. So that request is in. However, at the time we made the request with GMH, they didn't have enough doses to take care of us. So we're waiting. Hopefully this week that we'll be able to get that done for our tier one employees.
I know you're still a young gun, but did you get vaccinated?
Yes, ma'am. Because I meet the passengers every night coming in. I'm considered one of the frontliners for the airport. So, and also I wanted to make sure that for all my employees that are hesitant, that if I'm asking them to get vaccinated, that I lead the charge.
There you go. And when did you get vaccinated? Are you in your first dose, second dose?
I only got my first dose, and it was on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, when public health says, "Hey, we got room for frontliners, tier ones, and send them up." And we only had an hour's notice, so that's the reason why we only had 47 people go up. So everyone that was in close proximity to Okadu that we can get a hold of, we were able to send them up.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Anything else?
You making
Jackie?
T-shirts? for airport week?
Right now we don't, but so just before you guys are possibly maybe you'll go out today, but yesterday we did have a security breach here at the airport. We had an individual by the name of J. John Cruz, 42-year-old. He was able to scale the fence and able to get to one of the aircrafts that were being prepped to take passengers out. So our ground agents were able to detect him and was able to call police right away, and were able to apprehend him. Individual was charged with criminal trespass, and it has been turned over to TSA and FBI for further investigation.
What was he trying to do? Was he?
I think that from reports, I think the individual has some mental illness with him, and yeah, I don't think he meant any harm. We did do as airport protocol, we had to make sure we did a 100% sweep of the area of where he came from, the aircraft near where he was at. I would make sure that there was no explosives, make sure that there was no anything that will do any kind of harm to any of the operations there.
So nothing was found on him, no firearms or anything like that, nothing suspicious?
Not at all, not at all. Okay. Area was secured.
Okay. And he wasn't under the influence or anything like that? He was just, you just appeared to have some mental issues?
At this time, that's all we have. I don't know if there's any other issues. It's still very fresh, so that's where we're at.
Well, thanks for that.
That's all the information I have at this time.
Did you say what time? I'm sorry. And what area, what part of the fence line? Are we looking at the Barragata side or?
No, it's definitely on our this side, the Tamuning side, and it happened about 10:20 yesterday morning.
10:20. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, JQ.
Thank you.
If there's anything else, I'll be happy to let you guys know. If you any questions, please call me, and I can give you further information.
You sound like you have more information to give. What else?
Now.
No, I don't. That's all I have for now. And like I said, I wish I had more. That right now it's all new, and so.
So B and C?
No, he was released.
Okay, B and.
He was released.
Okay.
Did they tackle him, or how were they able to apprehend him?
All that is still. I don't know all that, Chris. I'm pretty sure that that will come at a later time.
Okay.
Where was
you have video?
I don't even know if I have that. I'm pretty sure we have them on our cameras, and that probably is all. Because we got to make sure that if he was able to scale the fence, where we need to make sure that we need to prevent that from happening again.
Correct. Yeah.
So we need to know, and also make sure that our airport, not only our airport employees, but all our tenants that are up here, that they continue to to look out for any kind of breaches and stuff. So I'd like to thank the ground agents for detecting him.
Is there barbed wire on the fence? Did he climb over, or did he cut the fence?
Yeah, from what I see, I don't think there's barbed wires on top. Only at the other locations where we're not close to the airport. But yes.
Where was the plane arriving from?
Is he an airport employee?
The plane was not arriving. It was going to depart. It was going to depart to Narita.
Was he employed in any way with any buddy at the airport?
I don't know that too, Chris. Like I said, it's all very new.
Thank you.
All that information has not been given to me.
Did you know anybody on the plane that was departing?
There was no one on the plane at that time. The plane was still not. It was still getting ready to be prepped to depart.
Well, thank you.
Wait, does he know anybody who works at the airport that maybe he was trying to get to?
Like I said, it's all this information is still new to me, so I'm pretty sure that as the day goes on, I will get all that.
Well, thank you for enduring the cross-examination, JQ.
The what?
Anything else, Perry Mason?
Oh, thanks, JQ.
I rest my case.
Sabrina.
I rest my
You guys
case.
have a good day. And I haven't seen you since last year, so
I
happy
know.
New Year.
Yeah, happy New Year,
Happy New
JQ. That's, okay.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
What?
Anything else? Did he know
No.
anybody who knew anybody who might have known somebody who had been on the plane or worked at the airport? And
Hey, you never know.
you do. You're right.
Never
Hey,
know.
that's why you've been in this business. You ask the questions.
And JQ, he's been like a customs director.